Hello, welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of June 9th, 2021. Let's get right into it. First up, we have American Vampire 1976, Book 9. Scott Snyder's just doing a fantastic job with giving us more American Vampire stories. I'm not sure if this is going to be the end, but it's really, really good. And I do highly recommend every time it's on here that you read American Vampire. It's great stuff. Next up, we have Batman and the Detective 3 of 6. This has been a really interesting read, considering the villain is going after people that Batman has saved and killing them, saying that they did not deserve to be saved, or the reason you're dying now is because Batman saved you. So it's a pretty morbid premise, but it's really, really good. Tom Taylor's doing a fantastic job of it, and I do recommend Batman the Detective. Next up, we have Batman Urban Legends number 4. I've been enjoying this for the Red Hood story and the Grifter story. It's really, really just more Batman universe stuff. So if you like Batman, definitely be picking up Batman Urban Legends. That's the first one. Hey, Train. Hi. Next up, we have Challenge of the Super Sons, number 3 of 7. I liked the first 2 issues. I'm super stoked to see what happens in this issue. I think I like the premise of this story more so than the Adventures of the Super Sons book, but the Adventures of the Super Sons wasn't necessarily a bad book. But I know a lot of people did not care for it. The main Super Sons title is really, really fantastic. And if you do get a chance, I do recommend reading the Super Sons stuff because overall, it's really great. Next up is a book celebrating Pride Month. This month is Pride Month, so everybody's celebrating. Woohoo! Good job. I guess it's so awkward. I support Pride, all that stuff. But DC put out DC Pride number 1, a big giant oversized collection of celebrating all of the LGBTQIA characters. They keep adding letters, so it's harder for me to remember the acronym. Yeah, really, really great stuff. Bunch of variants are out this month, but this is the big DC Pride book. Highly recommend checking it out, especially because it's got some really cool characters in it. And yeah, it's got a Jim Lee cover, man. Come on. That alone sells it. Is this Pride? That is even a bonus. So, or it's Pride. You should buy it. Bonus, Jim Lee? Either way, buy it. It's good stuff. Next up, we have Detective Comics number 1037. I'm actually behind on my detective reading. I need to get caught up, but I hear nothing but good things. We sell out of it. So it's definitely something that people are picking up and reading. So I just need to dive back into detective and see what the story is all about. Considering it's by Tawaki. Next up is the final book in the series, and maybe the final book for this this publishing line, and that's Far Sector number 12 from DC's Young Animal. I've been enjoying. It's been an okay read. I'm not the hugest fan of it, but Far Sector has been decent. It's definitely going to go into my purge pile, but once I finish reading it. But it wasn't bad. So yeah, but it's Green Lantern, female character, black. It's all good. Everything's great. Next up, we have Future State Gotham number 2. I was reading this and I did not know it was in black and white. So just so everybody's like, the story's in black and white. So just be aware. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's all black and white. I'm guessing it's kind of to make it more along the manga style. But we'll see. It's a Red Hood Future State book. So yeah, check it out. Next one is one from Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, and that's Geiger number 3. I just finished reading issue 2. 1 and 2 are amazing. 3 looks to be even, push this story forward, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. Next up, we have the final book in a mini-series, and that's God of War Fallen God 404. It's a God of War story. It's nothing grandiose or great, but it still drops you into that mythos, and the video game mythos, a lot, they've been good games focus on having a really good solid story, and God of War had a really great story, and this is just adding to that mythos. Doesn't take anything away. It adds to it. It's something great that it adds, but it still adds to the God of War mythos. So if you like God of War, check it out. Next up, we have Joker number 4 with the Punchline backup. Yep, what can I say? It's demented, it's crazy, and it took me a while to realize that Joker is missing an eye, apparently, but he's not missing an eye here. I don't know. Maybe he wears a glass eye now. I don't know what's going on. It must have been something that happened in Joker War that I missed, that I need to go back and check out again, but who knows. Next up, we have Justice League Last Ride #2 by Chip Zdarsky, and man, oh man, was the issue 1 good. Check it out, Last Ride. It's really good stuff. Next up is Gillian March's Karmen #4. This series has just been fantastic. It does get some getting used to about watching a flying naked chick ghost go around, but overall, it's a really, really good read, and I do recommend it to those of you who are just like good art and good story. Next up is Oblivion Song #31. I was asked if this book was ending soon. I have no idea, but Oblivion Song, yep, decent stuff. Next up is a Tom King book, which I'm super excited about. I'm actually caught up on them again, and that's Rorschach #9. What can I say? He dives into the story so well in this that I'm just like I'm engrossed. But I think once it's finished, it'll have a more of an impact. But George Fornes, art is amazing in it and fantastic. Next up is Shadow Man #2 by Cullen Bunn. I've been enjoying it. It's good. Well, like I said, I get most of the Valiant titles when they come out and I read them. So, yeah. And finally on my pull list is Wonder Woman #773. Her jaunt into the Norse gods era of things is pretty interesting. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I have enjoyed it. So, but yeah, Becky Coulihan is doing a decent job with it. So I do recommend you check it out. Oh, sorry. I did get a bunch of variants and some variants from last week, so let's get right into those. First up, I got 1 in 25 from last week for Batman: The Adventures Continue Season 2, the Amanda Connor variant. So yeah, so I snagged one of these up. Yep, 1 in 25, gotta love them. If you are a fan of the Batman 0 Point book, the Batman Fortnite 0 Point, third print of issue 1 is out. So if you did not get any copy of issue 1, you can now grab a copy and get your Harley skin. And the funny thing is, I think this color scheme, the red and the white and the dark down here, fits Harley a lot better than the original cover. But hey. Next up is the premiere variant for issue 4 for Batman's Fortnite 0 Point. Snagged that one up as well. And of course, the second print for issue 4 came out. And there it is there. So it looks like the second prints are the black background ones here. It's blue for the first print, it's black for the second print, and the third print seems to be white. So that's, I think, this color scheme they're going for them. I've just been picking them up, but yeah, check it out. Next up we have Batman Urban Legends #4. I picked up this pretty cool cover for that included the next Batman armor there. And then there was a cool Batman or Robin cover I picked up as well. Crush and Lobo had a team variant, and I picked that one up. It's a shiny one, much like the Wonder Girl one. But I picked that one up. That came in late last week. Of course, for those of you who love Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn, you need to be getting the variant for the DC Pride book right here. It's so cool. Like, it can go either direction. It doesn't matter. Awesome. So, yeah, I'm glad I got a copy. Next up, Gotham Future State had a pretty cool variant for #2, so I snagged that up. And it also had a 1 in 25 of one of those like black and white sketch ones. So this one had Batgirl on it, so I decided to snag that one up. Geiger had a bunch of variants, so I'll run through those for issue 3. I got the radiation sign there. Got that guy going on, and then the other Gary Frank cover is there as well. Joker, of course, had its variants, so I picked up that one, and then they did their Punchline variant. Rorschach, of course, had one for issue 9, so this one's a pretty good cover, so I snagged that one up. We have Wonder Woman 773, had that, and Wonder Woman 773 had a Pride cover, this is a very, very, very awesome with the rainbows all over. So that's it for the single issues that I brought home. I did grab a graphic novel. It is an original graphic novel, and it's Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, and that is Batman Earth 1 Volume 3 is finally out. God knows how long this has been in the making. I did not do research before this video to let you guys know, but man, this been a long time coming. So I'm super excited to dive back into the Jeff Johns Batman world with Gary Frank in the Earth 1 books. But I might need to go back and reread the first and second volumes because it's been so long. So that's it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 504, where we talk some movie news, comic news, and talk Invincible, which Invincible is amazing. I finished binge watching it Monday night, so we could talk about it yesterday on Tuesday. And Invincible is really, really good. I understand why Amazon picked it up for another 2 to 3 seasons, and I can see them even going longer. The buzz behind Invincible is resonating in comic book stores, much like The Boys was resonating when it first dropped. But I think there's more to it with this one, just because people keep coming in, and those Invincible compendiums are just flying off the shelves. So this whole Invincible buzz has made me kind of want to go back and reread Invincible, and I might do that. It's a good read, quick read, but yeah, check it out if you get a chance. Invincible's really, really good, and you should read the compendiums are a great and affordable way to do it, even though, you know, it ends up being like almost $200, but still can't beat it. So check us out there. There's a link in the description below for that episode as usual. We did not talk any Sweet Tooth. I have not yet gotten a chance to watch Sweet Tooth, but I did pick up, I borrowed a copy of, a used copy of one of the, of Volume 1 when it was split into 2 volumes of the trade paperback. I read about 2 issues. And I didn't like it when I first read it, but now I'm really enjoying it because I'm actually enjoy Jeff Lemire a lot more now. So the Sweet Tooth Compendium is out. It collects the whole thing. I'm hopefully going to be able to snag a copy. I'm going to take the used copy back and get the compendium when I get to the shop tomorrow. Hopefully we still have some, but definitely check out Sweet Tooth. I have been told nothing but good reviews about the first episode, so I cannot wait to dive in, but I want to read a fair amount of Sweet Tooth before I jump into the show, but it's definitely something that I'm stoked for. I also, since we were up late recording, I stayed up last night and watched the first episode of Loki. It's fantastic. It was a really, really well done first episode to a TV series, continuing from a movie. And, you know, despite the fact that there was a lot of footage from previous films that Loki had been in, it was still done really, really well. It's their way of fixing the timeline stuff that Endgame kind of left out there, and it's kind of funny how they do it, but it's also a stark realization. And this show's, I think, going to touch on a lot of deeper topics than people think it would have. But I am so ready for it. It's amazing. Check out the first episode. I might even rewatch the first episode just because it was that good. So yeah, Loki, check it out. It is out now. Other than that, that's pretty much it. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees and getting product. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. You can also help me out a little more directly by buying anything through any of the Amazon links here or at conspiratorbrock.com. I get some Amazon money if you buy something. It's not much, but hey, every little bit helps. And you can head over to my eBay page where I'm constantly purging stuff. I have a huge stack of, if you have not noticed, the background might have shifted a little here in this middle row. I've purged out a handful of oversized like omnibus things that I just don't feel I need anymore. So those are most likely going to go up on eBay. So be ready for that to pop up. Like Far Sector is going to pop up on eBay. And I have a couple other things that I know ended and I need to throw up there. So yeah, eBay page. There's always a link in the description below for that. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. Yes, I got it back. So head over there and give me a follow. but I am back on Twitter. Yeah, other than that, I got to get this up for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. And as usual, I will see you next week.